What's going on, man? It's your boy back again with another video. This is a quick tutorial, I guess, slash guide on how to get the most performance, boost out of your Onexplayer. I say that because I see a lot of people they ask me in my videos, how do I get, that game to run so smooth? They can't get it to run that smooth, and they want to know what's my settings in the emulator. The settings in the emulator does have a lot to do with it, but what really have a lot to do with it the most is the settings within your Xplayer itself. So when you get it fresh out the box, I'm going to show you some things to do to get the most performance out of your Onexplayer. So this is good for people who just got their Onexplayer, or people who plan on buying it, because they're not going to show you the things that you get, within that you want to, set to, so you can, play high demanding games. And I'm gonna show you a clip. I'll play like maybe Breath of the Wild, to show you how you could get that running at 60 frames per second with these different profile performance settings. Okay, so the first thing you want to do from jump, the first thing you want to do if you're just getting a Onexplayer, all right, first you want to get this app called the I think it's called the Intel, what is it called? Intel drivers, Intel driving support assistant. Okay, so this is this little icon right here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that well, but it's this little icon right here. Now when it's green, that means you're up to date, but if you come over here and it's red, which it will be when you get your Onexplayer, you want to go here and it's going to say check for drivers, and it's going to check for drivers for you. Right now my Intel drivers is up to date, so that way, when they do have a new update or whatever, you don't have to like be guessing, and you can just come right over here, and if you're in the red, that means you got a new update, and it'll install it for you and everything. And lately Intel has been giving out some updates, man, that's been making some of my games that I couldn't play before play very well. Now, so let's go to these performance profiles I was talking about. All right, so the second thing you want to do is you want to come down here and you want to search for choose a power plan. Now these are power plans. Okay, out of the box is going to be balance. It says recommended and there's balance. This balance one is basically just you're running off of default battery energy and when you're plugged in. Okay, so now you see I have a high performance profile. I have two of them. I made two, and then you have ultimate. The high performance profile will allow for when you're playing high demanding games, it'll squeeze out some energy or whatever and performance to make your games run more smoother, but it's going to come at a you're going to be losing a lot of battery life, okay, when you're not plugged in. Ultimate performance is like just squeeze everything out of your Onexplayer. But again, it comes at a risk of you losing a lot of battery life if you play unplugged. So now, but with these different profiles, what you can do is you could edit them. So for instance, like with me, with this, if I can get it to focus, sorry, this one I have it on, I have it tweaked where when I'm plugged in, I get the most performance that I can get. Okay, so I don't care because I'm plugged in, so it really doesn't matter about battery life. But when I unplug it, it'll go to where my battery will not drain as much, but I won't get a lot of high processing power to play games at high demanding games at like 60 frames. But most of the time is when I'm playing unplugged and I want to go, because I do go places or whatever, I don't play a lot of high demanding games. I play like emulator games, main arcade games, and you know, shit like that. Super Nintendo, Genesis games that don't really like require a lot of power, so it really doesn't matter to me. So let me just show you though. So say you got a profile here, right? And you want to change the settings in here, and I'm going to show you my settings now. What you can do is just copy and paste, you know, what I have here. So first you want to go to this Intel graphic settings here, okay, and have a drop down here. So you want to come down a little bit, and this is like, see how I have my on battery, I have it at maximum performance, and my plugged in, I have it at maximum performance. You could change this where you get, when you're on the battery, you can have it at minimum battery life, and when you're plugged in, you can have it at maximum. So what it does is, when you're unplugged, you know, it won't squeeze much battery life out of it, but you don't get a lot of good performance from your Intel graphic card. So that's for that. And when you come down here to processor, this is, you know, where you really get, you know, the power from. It has a lot of drop downs. So I'm gonna just show you my drop downs, and if you want to copy them, you can. So I can show you what I have here. So first, let's go to process performance, mini cores. This is on battery, it's at 100%, and plugged in is at 12. Processor energy performance is at 0, and then 50. Okay, maximum process frequency. Okay, I have it at 1100, and then plugged in 0. And then here I have it at 105, and these last two is at 100 and 100. Okay. Now, if you want to have settings like mine's, where I be playing the games, you know, this right here is when I'm plugged in, I get a lot of power to play the games at 60 frames and smooth. And when I'm unplugged, you know, it drops down. Like I said, it's still powerful, but you just don't get, like, you know, that high performance. But you know what? Let me just show y'all instead of talking, because I'm confusing my fucking self. But all right, here we go. So let's start a game. Let's start with Breath of the Wild, so I can show you the difference. Initializing big boss. Now this works for any game that you're gonna play, even when I play Battlefield or the PS3, which takes a lot of power. It runs everything nice and smooth. All right, now pay attention to up here. You see, it says 60 frames. I'm not in the game yet, but let's start a game. Now, right now, I'm unplugged, and I don't have the turbo button on yet. Okay. I'm showing this game because this is like a high demanding game. Now you see it drops to 49, 50, 48, but it still looks good though. Still looks good, right? Still looks good, but I'm in the 50s and, you know, high 40s. Look at the world, you know. Still not at 60. I haven't even touched 60 yet. Let's turn the turbo button on. Okay. We almost there. We had 59, but just not touching 60 at all. You know, looking at the world. Now the thing about this game is, like, when you first visit a world, you're gonna get dropped, you know, drop down. But then, you know, as you know, come back to that world, you know, it doesn't have to like load anything in anymore. All right, so now let's plug in and see where I go. So now I'm gonna plug in right now. All right, I'm plugged in. give it a minute for it to do its thing, and 58, 60. You see that? See that? You see that? And it'll stay like that too, like in the high 50s, 60s, you know, depending on areas and stuff like that. But it looks so good. Just look at that. I mean, look at that. Just to do a quick comparison there. You got Zelda here at 30 frames, 720p. This is running on the Nintendo Switch hardware. This is what it looks like. Still a good looking game though, I won't take nothing away from it. I haven't I got pretty far in this game, but I haven't beaten it yet. But I definitely will start over from scratch, because I would rather play like this, to be honest with you. I mean, just look at that. I mean, you tell me, no stutter, smooth, alright? Alright, so say for instance, like I said, if you go to a map, I mean a place where I already went. Solid 60. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Again, to do a comparison. I mean, which one would you rather play? 30 frames, 30 frames, 720p on this little ass screen. Oh, at 60. Smooth. Look at that. Stuck at 60. Not going anywhere. I think I would rather play like this. But like I said, it's not just for Breath of the Wild. It's for a lot of games. But if you do those settings, you can't go wrong. But that's it. And you know, let me know in the description if you guys need help with anything else. If you have a problem with finding those settings, like the ultimate performance and whatnot, because it doesn't, some of the X players don't come with those settings. You have to like get them because they're hidden. Okay, I have a video showing that, and this is for the Intel version. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the AMD because I already had purchased this when the AMD came out, and I wasn't about to buy another one when I also pre-ordered the that Valve whatever shit coming out. Alright, so thank y'all for watching, man. Subscribe, hit that like button. I'm not good at fucking tutorials and shit, so don't be making fun of me and shit. Trying to talk all professional. Alright, I'll holler at y'all later.